I think what they want is to prevent the public from getting scammed.
Finding cases of scams.
There are indeed a lot of scammers out there.
I see a lot of young people.
Make investment decisions that get themselves into trouble.
Right now, you see a lot of them are born already with investors' money.
Overall, I think regulation is a good thing.
Regulation ni bagus untuk dibuat.
The regulation is good, but I think the regulation needs more details and explanation.
It is very vague.
Guidelines are a bit vague.
Wow, this is a little bit overreaching.
If I'm sharing like my own portfolio, would that be considered financial advice?
Even though my intention is just to share a personal experience.
Where do you draw the line between what content can be?
As a financial content creator, when we see this, right, there is definitely a bit of fear.
Kind of puts people in a difficult position.
This is probably the statement that I think will kill the industry.
So since last year, more than 8,600 investment scams have been recorded, which resulted in more than 875 million ringgits in total losses. And the Securities Commissions have also recently revised their guidelines on giving financial advice and investment advice on social media, particularly targeting finfluencers like myself, and also my fellow finfluencer friend over here, Shui.
Hey guys, I'm HY from Do It Do It. Thanks Ziet for having me today on 8 a.m. early in the morning.
How's life recently on doing finfluencer stuff?
After experiencing the jam this morning, I think I took advantage of being a finfluencer. I have the privilege to manage my own time, but it makes me want to work harder to remain as a finfluencer, so I don't have to work.
And
9
that's the
to
side
5.
that people don't see, right? Actually, they thought it's like, just wake up at 12 o'clock, brush my teeth, turn on the camera, talk some random stuff on the internet, and they think it's like 1 or 2 hours of effort every single day.
It's not that easy as you say. It's just that we get to manage our own time.
And sometimes when you skip the 9 to 6, it means you are actually enrolling yourself to the 24/7.
Yeah.
And it means weekends also have to work.
Yeah.
When it comes to entrepreneurship, it means you are at liberty of doing whatever you like, yes, but also you have to bear all the responsibility that comes afterward. You screw up your script, you screw up your points, you screw up your research, your idea, your opinion, people are gonna judge you.
Yeah, I would say you have more responsibility when you go speak. What we do is we provide personal opinions, but then as we come up with this guideline, which looks like I cannot give my personal opinion anymore.
Seems very restricted.
For those who don't know, Securities Commission, so-called SC, is like policemen for rakyat. They are there to protect the investors, and they're meant to be regulating all the licensed person and all the listed companies or securities market, everything lah. But now they are shutting our mouth. I mean, we are doing the right things,
Sometimes I feel it's very unfair. Our sole motive is to share financial literacy and also educate the public, just to generally increase the entire financial awareness on investments, finance in general.
I think the intention of this guideline is good, means that they recognize our presence. Maybe there's 2 reasons why they roll this is because they want to reduce the scams and fraud cases, and number 2, to prevent market manipulation.
Oh, okay. Tell me more about market manipulation.
Yeah, because you're not in the Malaysian market, right?
True.
And SC,
US.
SC mainly regulates the local stock market.
People trading Bursa Malaysia.
What happened in Malaysian market is, if you simply look at what happened in January, as multiple stocks limit down, and also past few years, because of the use of social media, there are a lot of self-claimed trading gurus. The funny part is they have different kind of membership package. It's like normal member, platinum member.
My God.
It sounds like, okay, I offer financial advice for my platinum members to buy first, and then I go and blast out message to the normal members for them to buy. This is market manipulation already. I mean, to me lah.
I saw on Lawyer Forum, someone just got scammed thousands and thousands of their money because these imposters, should I say, they use faces like our faces or finfluencers faces, run ads, and then invite them to a closed Telegram group.
Yeah, I'm probably one of the victim. So they simply download my video and then they post it around, attached with a link for people to join into a WhatsApp group. And when people join, there will be like 40 to 50 people in the group talking to each other, sending receipts of them depositing money into the app. It sounds so real. It gives all the buy-sell tips. So people that don't go and research, they will fall for it. And someone did fell for it. They reported to the police. afterwards, we also reported to the police that we're not the ones that are doing this. But I don't see there's any clear actions taken against them
by the authorities.
Yeah, it's just that when you search their website in the investor alert list, you will see their names, but no
They can just change
punishment.
their name, just change company, change identity.
Yeah, no punishment has been done on them, but suddenly this guideline come out. I feel like they want to target the wrongdoers, but they targeted wrongly. They targeted us instead. Yeah.
Correct. So you see, like our friends, I think you probably have seen it on the intro. Our friends have said the sole intention, or I guess the main objective of this entire revised guideline is to prevent, or if I may, reduce scam. So I believe both of us agree on that. It's merely to reduce scam. Well, I guess with power comes responsibility, right? I think the sole intention of this guideline is good, but is the entire thing done correctly? Is it vague or is it clear? Let's hear what our finfluencers friend have to say.
I believe that the heart of the SC is there to protect investors.
I think it's a great effort. It's a good start. Okay, the SC is trying to impose a barrier to create content around the financial space in Malaysia.
SC have a very simple goal, which is to create a safe investment environment for the public.
Again, like I mentioned, I think it's always a good thing to have some sort of a regulation surrounding the industry, especially with social media becoming more and more accessible to people, and people can freely put up content online.
It makes the influencer to have more responsibility on what they say and to do more due diligence before they start taking any paid promotion.
The challenge is always, how do you find a sweet spot between innovation and growth, at the same time regulation and safety, right? These things, sometimes they compete with each other.
Right now, what the SC is trying to do is this. They're just going to say that no matter what you say, if you have an influence on other people, that you have you change their opinion slightly, and it can be considered as financial advice.
Walaupun orang cakap buat research sendiri, tapi come on, okay? Research sendiri banyak mana sangat orang mampu buat kalau dia ada ilmu yang sikit, betul tak?
And so I think the problem with these regulations that I find is that it can be a bit too overreaching.
One of my first question would be like, for myself, if I'm sharing like I hold this stock, that kind of thing, would that be considered financial advice?
I think the regulation need more details and explanation, because now it is a bit vague, you know.
And from what I can see is, it is very vague. So there is no clear idea of what can be done and what can't.
Not much of clear definition on what you can or cannot promote.
When I was reading the guidelines, there are lots of situations I feel which can very easily be construed to sound like investment advice, even though my intention is just to share a personal experience.
And a lot of things can be left to interpretation.
We need SC to be clear, the whole industry needs it to be clear, and not just a blanket kind of ban on any kind of financial knowledge. So the key thing here is the difference between knowledge and advice.
Wow, all of them make very good point. And I think more so props to the editor for, super cutting everything, because we have asked a few of our influencer friends to give their opinion, and actually we did it for the past few weeks. So actually what you see, right, are those people that really have the courage to really step up and accept like, hey Zed, I'm ready to do it. I see, might be watching me, might be looking at my opinion, but I'm ready to step up for the influencer industry and also for the community and the viewers as well. So that's very commendable. And just a fun fact, I think we actually reach out to more people, and quite a lot of people turned down. I guess people just don't want to be in the limelight.
I think it's probably because of the guideline. The punishment, it looks scary. It's like 10 years imprisonment or 10 million.
10 million or 1 year?
Yeah, 10 million,
sorry.
10 years.
1 million or 10 years, something along
yeah,
that line.
it's something scary. So I won't be surprised if many people turn down, because this guideline is like very unclear. I agree to one of them that said it is overreaching for some.
Ross said that it's overreaching.
Yeah. It becomes like everything we say, we don't know is inducement to buy or sell or not. And when I read through the guideline myself, I think it's only 4 pages. But
it's pretty short actually, surprisingly. I thought it would be like 20-30 pages of like legal agreements.
9 or 10 words of this word induce. Yeah, so it's like SC telling you, oh, you can still do this, but then, however, if this is considered as a buy-sell call, we will whack you. Yeah.
All across our influencer friends, a lot of them actually use the word vague. And I think they are specifically referring to this particular clause 3.1. Let me read it out just for the audience. So under 3.1, however, the SC is more likely to consider your discussion on specific stocks on blogs, forums, or other social media as an investment advice if they involve the provision of recommendation or opinion, which may induce your reader or audience to take an action, e.g. buy, sell, or hold, regarding the specific stock. So when they use the word induce, actually that's a blanket term. Everything also can induce. I share a picture, also induce. I talk of what I like to eat, I also induce. I share what I did well with my investment, also induce.
Yeah, I think we all have a lot of question marks on this lah. Let's say if today I go to Hai Di Lao and then I say, but the business in Hai Di Lao is always so good. Is this inducement?
And I want to buy the stock. Maybe I want to invest in Hai Di Lao as a stock.
Maybe I don't even talk about I want to buy the stock, but I say, the business is always so good. Is this inducement? Like the business is good, so we should buy the stock.
But to SC's defense, right? Actually, one of the clause actually said that you can share your opinion on certain stocks, but when it comes to using it for the purpose of running a business, or getting rewards or referral, or there's commissions or incentives involved, then they might look into it.
So last time it was considered as personal opinion, but now it sounds like inducement already, right?
Exactly.
It becomes like this guideline is there to shut our mouth, not the wrongdoer's mouth, right?
So it seems like, to Ross' point, it does seem a little bit overreaching. And they said they said that it's vague, and I think I agree that it's vague. Intention is good, but it's vague. And then they say you need to be a licensed person to give investment advice. Or okay, to be fair, you can't really give buy sell call for any license, right? But in general, if you're talking about investment assets or financial products, you need certain license. And from what I know in Malaysia, under CMSA 2007, there's only 2 licenses that I can recall of. Marketing rep license, they call it the MR, which allows you to market or basically be like a salesman for financial institutions. And also another one, CMSRL, Capital Markets Services Rep license, something along that line. So, and even that CMSRL, once and you need to pass the exam and you need to be tagged under one financial institution. Therein, that's my problem. Once you're tagged to one financial institution, right, you can't talk about the other financial institution.
Yes, that's me, because I'm licensed under CMSRL. I'm a dealer. That's why I cannot have marketing MR, so-called MR license. And this MR license is out recently as well,
Very
right?
recently, I think last year.
So
and I had to get it myself. Yeah.
So I find it a little bit funny because one person you can hold, I think, up to 5 MR license, right?
Correct.
But if once you are licensed by CMSRL, you cannot have any MR license. Means that I cannot promote other broker house even if I find it very friendly to use. The interface is very nice. And for your case, I think it's even funnier because if I find M Plus is better than Mumu, and then I'm a Mumu MR, then what should I say?
You can't.
Yeah.
It's basically saying you need to pause there. Hey Shuai, you're our MR. Watch what you say. If we don't like you to say that, then it goes against our ethos as a content creator.
Yeah, just like what Spark has shared just now. He talked about, let's say there's a paid promotion, paid job. So everything that we posted, before we post, we have to get our client to review, and we can only talk about the good side. Then it become a very biased. Yeah, it's very filtered. Biased. It lost the purpose. I mean, we are there to tell
the
people
original
the truth.
essence of a content creator.
Yeah.
So if my reviews are supposed to be reviewed by the sponsors themselves or the financial institutions themselves, just because I'm a licensed marketing rep and I need to have my content reviewed by a licensed body by the SC, then it kind of defeats the purpose, and audiences wouldn't be able to benefit from an unbiased opinion or review. Myself included when it comes to brokerage review, and maybe yourself as well when it comes to corporate analysis.
For me, we always try to do we always try to be neutral, not to sound positive or on one company or too negative. But let's say if we know something bad about the company that happened before the announcement is out, we have seen it ourselves and then we posted it. I don't know if it is considered as inducement for people to sell the stock or not.
Yeah, at least in my opinion, a framework done correctly or the clauses written properly and in detail will definitely help the industry, right? You wouldn't want to stifle innovation, like what Ross said. Okay, sure. Actually, I just wanted to share something, right? Recently, my friend from Singapore, actually, shout out to Kelvin, he shared me this video. So actually, it's a conversation between Lawrence Wong, which is the Prime Minister of Singapore. He was talking to, I think, students, and one of the students rightfully asked, does the existence of influencers actually affect the capital market? And to what extent should they be regulated, or are they actually causing trouble and causing investment scams and whatnot? Prime Minister Lawrence Wong actually said,
the reality is it's an open world, it's an open internet. You can get all sorts of advice on the internet.
They can't possibly regulate all of this. You can regulate the 10th influencers now, then the 11th will pop up, the 15th, the 20th, the 30th will pop up. It will take a lot of resources. People will keep on mushrooming left and right. When there is demand, there will be supply. One more interesting thing that he mentioned.
And if you think that there are any particular influencers who have crossed the line, let us know. We will have a friendly conversation with them.
If only when the finfluencers crosses the line, giving buy-sell tips or maybe wrongfully inducing people to buy-sell for the purpose of their own incentives, then he will invite them for a coffee chat. So I guess that's like encouraging freedom of speech, but also giving very stern warning. Don't screw up. You can do what you're doing, but don't take it for granted. And I think it's a very huge privilege that the Singaporeans are enjoying right now.
I do agree, because it's our financial content creators' responsibility to say what is right or what is wrong, but it is also audience responsibility to decide what is right or what is wrong. Then that's their problem, and they should take their own responsibility.
Okay, so we are actually foregoing user responsibility. As much as I hate to say and as much as people hate to hear it, user responsibility is like, I think, another 50% of the entire thing that makes an investment scam possible or impossible. So where are the user accountability? So let me just pull back a little bit, right? We're talking about the framework. If it's done too strictly, it actually, like Ross said, will stifle innovation. And in my opinion, will also suppress freedom of speech, which I think when there's no free speech, things will be biased, things will be regulated, controlled, and ultimately are the users being protected and given the most benefit. But actually, just to shuffle up this a little bit, our producers actually prepared a small little quick game for us to determine whether the statements are financial advice or not. So shall we bring that in?
Wow, shout out to Zed's team, cool props.
So this will clearly show like financial advice or not financial advice on the green color. So this first question, these are the top 3 stocks I would buy if Trump wins the US presidency. What do you think? Is this financial advice or not? 3, 2, 1.
I think it's a financial advice because it's too biased already.
True. The intention, I think, a bit biased and leaning towards, hey, maybe you should buy this because I probably would buy this.
Second question, I invested in XX stocks at X price because I think the outlook looks great.
1, 2, 3. Still financial advice.
I don't know, it's because of this guideline. Everything sounds like inducement.
Maybe we are a bit biased. We need to like walk away from this word for a moment.
The right thing that you do is you clearly stated that you have position in this already.
Oh, that's good.
But then you should provide reasons why the outlook looks great to you.
Let's look at the next question. Hey guys, this is how much dividend that I received from investing in XX and XX stocks. I have 30% invested in ETF. They are split 30% invested in growth stocks such as X, Y, and Z stocks, and the remaining is cash. Ooh, okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh, we have opposing view.
Again, I probably think it's because after this guideline rolls out, if I want to follow this guideline, I feel like if I tell people like that, I'm guiding people on how you should allocate your money, which is an advice, right?
But the person didn't say you should do that. I am just sharing my portfolio. I'm basically stripping my portfolio naked on the internet to show.
I don't know, man. You ask SEO.
Now she's in the financial advice zone already.
Yeah. It's so vague, yeah.
So okay, how about you do the next question?
Alright, today Bank A has rallied 10%, and the reason for this rally is because they just reported a 50% increase in profit.
3, 2, 1. Yeah,
this is reporting the facts, right?
This is reporting facts and dissecting things that are maybe already public.
Okay, we normally tell the fact first and then we provide our personal opinion on top of the fact.
Yep.
That is why people listen to us.
So Heshra, I think we all can agree. Clearly, there are unanswered questions. Things are being very vague. I guess it's by design. It's meant to cast a wide net, because if they were to go into the framework too strictly, then people will start to exploit loopholes, take advantage. There will be a lot of losers, a lot of winners as well, sometimes unintended consequences. But actually, we also asked our friends on what they think on how these guidelines can be improved. Let's roll to that.
I believe that the SC, having a relationship with influencers, KOLs, financial gurus and all that, they should have a two-way discussion.
I think there should be some sort of a consultation session together with all the finfluencers in Malaysia and kind of work on a framework together.
Why not just conduct a seminar and call all of those influencers that are under your radar and talk to them personally?
Because the financial education space in Malaysia is not really that big, right? We know each other, everybody knows each other, faces and channels and all that. And the SC knows all of us as well, right? I'm sure they're monitoring us right now.
And basically they can find anyone, as long as you are creating a financial content and it changes someone else's opinion to buy, sell, or hold a security or stock. To them, it can be considered as financial advice.
Financial advice versus sharing financial kind of knowledge. So what is the difference between that? I think we need to know. We as the influencers are kind of clear what is financial advice.
There are many fields that's not regulated, such as the FX industry and also the crypto space. I see a lot of young people, they get into the Forex game, they get into the crypto game and follow the worst advice ever. This is some place where the SC can really make an effort to regulate.
Saya berharap sangat dia tak akan impact yang mana financial influencer legit dekat sebelah sana yang bagi genuine advice kepada orang awam lah.
It's a dynamite. We are basically holding a dynamite lah. They can explode anytime.
Don't just regulate. Work with people like us, work with content creators like us so that we can educate the public.
So that we can have a much clearer guideline that can encourage the growth of the industry and also the growth of financial literacy in our country.
I think when we're involved in that process, it'll be a lot easier for us to have a say so that we can continue to do what we love, which is educating people in the financial space and at the same time keeping people safe online.
Yes, I do agree with what they are saying, because Malaysia's capital market is not a lot of us. It's just, I mean, you cannot recall a lot of financial content creators out there because the job itself, the business itself, it has a certain barrier of entry.
Yeah.
You need a lot of research, you need a lot of hard work.
There's only so many of us.
Yeah, and then instead of just regulating us, you should work together with us. Because I mean, your purpose is to protect the investors and also increase the investors' knowledge, right?
Correct.
If we are doing the education part, why don't you reach out to us? I mean,
I
don't think you will respond if we reach out to you, right? Why don't you reach out to us and we work together to make Malaysia a better place, right?
Actually, a lot of them actually said that we should work together hand in hand, because everyone can talk about finance and money, but not everyone can last.
Will earn the
Correct,
followers
the followings and also grow until the level that we are or our friends are today. So
it sounds a bit sombong already.
I mean, it's borderline is, but you gotta give credit where credit is due, right?
Yeah, true.
Maybe not for me,
Yeah,
but you give credit to our friends, influencer friends. They're here today for a reason. Maybe not so much for on one money tips, maybe on their investment advisors, or maybe on their general economy policies breakdown. These are things that people want to watch and want to learn about.
Yeah.
So if you are going to stifle this kind of good intention to share and break down complex stuff from, let's say, budget 2024, then people will be afraid to share. It's basically, in a way, if I can call it, killing the industry.
Yes, and in fact, it's true that you should regulate all the FX market, I mean, all the unregulated market, but work together with us, not regulate us and make us shut up.
That's true. And Yishin mentioned, very interestingly, about the Forex and crypto market. Actually, a lot of Ponzi schemes and money games mask themselves as crypto and Forex companies and also exchanges. For those that are probably not so familiar with what I'm saying, right? Basically, it's an endless loop of, let's say I put 1,000 ringgit, I get 20-30% return in a month. Crazy. For us, we have been telling our followers or audiences that anything above the OPR actually carries risk already.
Yep.
Because if fixed deposits can't go beyond, say, 4%, right? Anything 5-6% carries risk already. right? So if you allow these kind of things to go rampant, right, then you are actually targeting the wrong people. You are silencing, I feel, you are silencing the good voices and letting the bad voices continue. Because really, it's very hard to shut them down unless you focusly target them.
I'll give you another example. Warren Buffett said, if you don't know what to invest in ETF. You're inducing
He's giving financial advice.
Yeah, it's a financial advice, right?
So I guess awareness is lacking. Just go down the street, just ask 10 people, what do they know about securities or assets in general? I can safely bet you 8 or 9 people probably heard of stocks but don't know what the heck it is as a stock, or ETF probably they never heard before. People in general just couldn't care much about finance. They love to talk about money. They want more money.
Yep, they want more money, but they don't know how. But they won't go purposely. They won't purposely go and attend to a class or
learn about stocks.
Yeah. But what they do is they scroll videos every day. I mean,
if they scroll our videos,
yeah,
that would be beneficial. I mean, proclaim beneficial. That's what I would think it's beneficial.
I would say, okay, anyone can create content. Anyone can create financial content and post it online. It's not easy for us to go from this zero to
it takes a lot of work.
Yeah, to being recognized. So I do agree that you can regulate us, but maybe come up with clearer guidelines. We need to work together, not just I come up with this guideline. You better be careful.
I would say I'm politely asking the SC to actually encourage more people like that to start, and maybe don't just stop at us.
I mean,
encourage
you should be there
more
to support us.
Correct.
Right?
Encourage more positive or genuine influencers that are here to share financial literacy, be it personal finance, corporate analysis, stocks and ETFs. You just want more influencers doing the right thing.
Yeah, but I also wonder what audience thinks about this guideline. But maybe our audience can share with us how can we work together to improve the entire capital market in Malaysia. And also, I think this guideline, and also with the video that we had just now, I'm very happy to see so many of us unite together.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
maybe
very
last
warming to
time
see.
we work individually, and we don't really talk to each other. We just know each other's
Even though it's a
patterns.
very small industry,
Yeah,
right?
but I'm still very happy to see all of us unite together to
And kudos to them for agreeing to doing the videos. Actually, why not you let us know in the comments down below, what do you think about this revised guideline? Is it fair for the influencers or finfluencers, or are there meats and potatoes that we have missed? We can't be all reaching and we can't be 100% accurate when it comes to our opinion. Sometimes, right? I think most of the time we always say that we can be wrong as well, right? I think we can be wrong a lot of times, but we just have to be consistent, deliver the right value to people. I think people can judge it for themselves. So let us know in the comments down below, what do you think? What should the SC do?
Or do you want us to just disappear?
Or do you just want us to retire and do our own thing? Alright, see you in the next one. Bye-bye.